Here's a shocking twist that nobody saw coming in the high-stakes world of professional racing. NASCAR just dodged a legal bullet that could have completely upended the 2025 racing season. And it all centers around basketball icon Michael Jordan's bold challenge to the sport's most powerful organization. In what many are calling a strategic masterstroke, NASCAR's legal team managed to sidestep a potentially devastating preliminary injunction by making what they termed voluntary commitments to the court. This unexpected move has allowed Michael Jordan's 23XI racing team to continue competing throughout the remainder of the 2025 Cup Series season, even without securing one of those coveted and controversial charter agreements that have become the center of this legal storm. But here's where it gets really interesting and controversial. The court actually denied Jordan's team their request for a preliminary injunction in their explosive antitrust lawsuit against NASCAR. Yet somehow, the racing organization's lawyers pulled off what can only be described as a legal sleight of hand, making promises to the court that effectively gave Jordan's team exactly what they were fighting for in the first place. For those unfamiliar with the inner workings of NASCAR, charter agreements are essentially golden tickets that guarantee teams a spot in races and a share of the revenue. Think of them as exclusive membership cards to an elite club, except this club controls who gets to compete at the highest level of American stock car racing. Without a charter, teams face an uphill battle just to qualify for races, let alone compete for championships. The timing of this September 8, 2025 development couldn't be more dramatic. We're deep into what many consider the most competitive racing season in recent memory, and Jordan's 23XI Racing, a team that has already proven it can run with the sport's elite, was facing the very real possibility of being sidelined due to legal technicalities rather than performance on the track. What makes this situation even more intriguing is the broader question it raises about power structures in professional sports. Here we have Michael Jordan, arguably the most successful athlete turned businessman in history, going toe-to-toe with NASCAR's established hierarchy. It's David versus Goliath, except David has 6 NBA championship rings and a business empire worth billions. And this is the part most people miss. This case isn't just about one team's ability to race. It's potentially setting a precedent that could reshape how major sports organizations operate, how they distribute opportunities, and whether their current business models can withstand serious antitrust scrutiny. The voluntary commitments that NASCAR made to avoid the preliminary injunction remain somewhat mysterious. Legal experts are speculating about what exactly the organization promised the court, and whether these commitments represent a fundamental shift in how NASCAR plans to handle charter agreements moving forward, or simply a temporary measure to buy time until the full trial concludes. What's particularly fascinating is how this legal maneuvering affects not just 23XI racing, but the entire competitive landscape of the Cup Series. Other teams without charters are undoubtedly watching this case closely, wondering if Jordan's legal challenge might open doors that have been firmly closed to them for years. The broader implications extend far beyond the racetrack. This case touches on fundamental questions about competition, market access, and whether dominant organizations in any industry can create systems that potentially limit competition. It's a story that resonates with anyone who has ever felt locked out by established players in their field. So here's the million-dollar question that's dividing fans and industry insiders alike. Is NASCAR's charter system a necessary structure that maintains competitive balance and financial stability? Or is it an anti-competitive barrier that stifles innovation and locks out deserving competitors? And perhaps more controversially, does Michael Jordan's celebrity status and financial resources give him an unfair advantage in challenging a system that smaller teams couldn't afford to fight? As this legal drama continues to unfold throughout the 2025 season, one thing is certain: the outcome will likely reshape professional racing for years to come. Whether you're Team Jordan or Team NASCAR, This case is setting up to be one of the most significant legal battles in sports history. What do you think? Is NASCAR protecting the integrity of the sport, or are they running an exclusive club that keeps out worthy competitors? Should celebrity owners like Jordan get special treatment, or are they exactly the kind of disruptors the sport needs? The racing world is watching, and the stakes couldn't be higher.